Hi, Flosstube, Stitching Social here. I'm Jen.
And I'm Allison.
And it is May 10th. Happy Mother's Day.
Yes, happy Mother's Day to all of the strong women in your life, whether you're married or not.
So we're back here with another video, and not as much time passed since the last one.
Was it 2 weeks maybe? Less than?
Yeah.
Oh, I heard a door open.
Okay, so let's just get right into it. So I'm going
to
talk about life update. So as you can see, I'm in a different spot right now. In our last video, I said that I moved. And we moved over Christmas. That was really stressful for those that missed the update in the last video. We sold our house and bought a house right over Christmas.
Days before.
Yeah, so it was really, we moved in February at the end, and that was just a lot. So I couldn't believe how much stuff we had when we packed the truck. Like, I couldn't believe it. Anyways, I don't have a craft room in the new house. It has a lot of other things that we've been wanting, but not a craft room.
You had a craft corner for a while there.
I had a craft corner for a while, and right now you can see behind, I'm in our bedroom, and I brought my craft room shelf up because we're renovating the basement, and we just started doing that a week ago. So I had to take everything from my corner because there was a strange looking fireplace there. So that fireplace is out now. So I had to move all my stuff because of the dust. But I bought some really nice big totes when we moved, put all my craft stuff in to protect it. So I've just brought all that upstairs, and it's in our bedroom. And I have to say, it's really nice to look at it every day.
That's good.
Like, I never had that chance I never went down to my I never crafted in my craft room.
In the old house? No, you didn't.
In the old house.
Rarely. Sometimes we would go.
Sometimes. And like every once in a while when I would get the quilt out again, or quilting and finishing, I would be down there. But yeah, so I moved all my craft stuff up. My sewing machines are still packed up because I don't see myself finishing some stuff right now.
You also had your cutting table. Where is your cutting table? Just sitting in your basement?
Yeah.
Well, you'll get established once.
Yeah.
I mean,
but my new craft area. Oh.
Yeah. So tell me about that. I don't even know. We haven't talked to each other in a long time.
So it's going to be on the other side of the basement, and it's going to be like a craft corner. It's kind of tucked to the side.
Like where the old kitchen was? You had a kitchen.
We had an old kitchen down there. And that has come out. It had all the appliances and everything. So that all came out. We've done a lot of work over the past week.
I can't wait to see it. Yeah. Your quarantine is over.
And then this door is not as thick. Like where they're all sitting is like, can you hear that?
Yeah, because you have a very open concept house with a really tall cathedral ceiling, so I be echoing.
Yeah.
Stuff on the walls. That'll help.
Yeah, so get some stuff on the walls, and anyway, so you might be able to hear them because they're playing there, but just outside the door. But anyway, so it's been so nice to see all my stuff every day. Like I might keep some stuff in my bedroom.
Why not? It's big enough and out of the way, and why not?
Yeah. So anyway,
that's what you've been up to. You've been doing
change of scene behind me here.
Well, I moved upstairs as well because the lighting in the craft room is just not very good. So I'm in front of my display. I still have Easter.
Well, when you're sitting in your craft room, the lighting's pretty good. I'm sitting on the floor, and I have to say, I'm not young anymore. Like, I can't. It's really hard to sit with your legs crossed for too long.
Well, I'm not sitting on 2 cushions, so we'll see how that goes. But
your display looks nice. You got your spring display.
Well, it's still kind of Easter. Although I don't have very many spring stitched pieces. This is a prairie schooler behind me. I guess the good thing is I can pull it. This is the only stitch piece I have right now.
You have to change that. Yeah, I remember when you did that. That was last year.
Yeah, you could see the glare because there's a thing. It was, that's really, I have a few finishes, but they're not FFO'd. Like I have a tiny Monartis, her rustic spring I finished. There's that's applique. That's about it. I was saying to Mike, I'm like, oh, is it time to take the Easter tree down? But
yeah, it's time to take the Easter stuff down, but it doesn't really matter.
But it's also too early for summer stuff because it's not summer. So we're kind of in, plus it snowed yesterday, let's be honest.
Yeah, it did snow yesterday. I want to show, I've been really into right now the drawn thread. And I've been following hashtag the drawn thread. I've been following the hashtag on Instagram.
That's a good one to follow.
It's a good one to follow, but then I want to buy everything. I want to buy everything from the drawn thread. Mm-hmm. I love their charts. It's a designer that, like, I don't have very many charts of, but I definitely want to change that.
I think I have one. Because she has a lot of specialty stitches.
She does. Yeah.
Are you finding that with what you're about to show?
No.
Okay. So
because I don't do the specialty stitches. You don't have to. I do the regular stitches.
That is true.
So what I'm doing is, and I finished, it's kind of like a mini finish, but I'm stitching the series by the Drawn Thread mini months. And they're mini month calendars, but I'm not stitching them as calendars. So I'm going to stitch them 3 months at a time. So it's each little vignette, each little scene is like September, October, November. Is that like all the 12 months? Mm-hmm. I own all of them except August, which is on order right now.
Okay.
And so I thought I'd start with September because I'm really kind of over the quarantine social isolation thing. So I thought, well, maybe September will be a better time. I don't know. But I thought, well, I'll just start with September. And I love it when the leaves change. So since it's done, I won't show you the chart. So this is September.
Wow, that's really nice. So what fabric are you using?
I'm using the same fabric. Okay, I'm using 32 count Belfast antique ivory Zegwart linen. And it's the same fabric that I stitched the Brenda Gervais piece on. And I've got enough fabric, like I've got a whole roll here that I'm going to stitch all of the months, but I'm going to frame them and finish them in threes. So this is September.
Do you have something to go behind it?
And the Drawn Thread is like these charts call for all silk, and I love a good chart with silk. But right now it's a little harder to get things, and I don't really, to be honest, even if it was easier to get the silk, I don't know if I'd stitch it in silk because they're so small. So yeah. So I've used like Gentle Arts and Weeks, and I've even used like the border, which is really hard to see, but it's kind of like a variegated. I'm using the DMC Variations 4000 on it, and so yeah, and it didn't take very long to stitch. And so yeah, I don't do specialty stitches. Well, I try to do them if I can, but like.
I was trying not to talk while you were in full screen so it would flip back to me. I really like that. Yeah, the DMC around the border.
Yeah.
You can kind of tell in the video.
Oh, I need to readjust my position. So this is October. I thought I'd show you the next two I'm going to do. So that's October. So I'm going to do them vertically. And then I'm going to cut it off probably at 2 inches. I've left a 2-inch border. And then I'm going to frame them in threes. And I'm going to have them professionally framed. I'm going to get more things professionally framed at this item. Because I just don't do, I mean, I do an okay job. But, so, okay, so that's October.
Oh, yeah, and I like that. Look at the house. I
know. And the spider.
Like a variegated green type. It looks like almost green.
Something. I'll keep true to the colors. I like the color choices. But these spiders here are done with a little mini button, and the button, if I want to get the button, I can, but I think I've studied the pattern, and I'm going to stitch it. I'm not going to put, because the other two that I'm stitching with it don't have charms. So I don't really, because I'm going to have them professionally framed, I'm just going to stitch the spider myself. Yeah, and then I'll show you
use November. Like the Etoilette DMC. Or something fuzzy.
Oh, I could use Whisper. I might have black.
Do you have black whisper? Kind of like a fuzzy spider?
Oh yeah, definitely. We're finding some major spiders with the basement renovation. Like, I don't know where they're living, but man, they're coming out of the woodwork. Okay, so this is November. And I just love seasonal stitching. I really, really love.
I mean, you say that because,
the concept of
yeah,
stuff out.
Exactly. So do you mean like stitching the next season or the season that you're in?
Well, I just like stitching anything that represents this particular season. I generally stitch the season that we're in.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, like you say, then you can't put it out because by the time you stitch it and fully finish it, it's past.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not getting too much stitching lately, but that's something that's like kind of full, that's finished, but still a whip. But
I really like it.
Do you have something that you finished?
I do actually. So I'm just taking it out of the plastic. This I got, and it was totally appropriate. I'm pretty sure it was from the Flosstube, our Hamilton Stitch Day, the freebie table. I'm 90% sure, but regardless, it is it was from a freebie table. So this is Shepherd's Bush. Here, I'll switch it. That close enough? Not sure, because I can only see the small.
Yep.
So it is Coming Home by Shepherd's Bush, and it was a kit actually. So it had the fabric, the needle, all the floss, and
that's nice.
Cute little card. And actually, there's enough floss to do another one.
Oh.
And I just have it folded up here. This is
it. It's hard. It's a little bit blurry.
Is it? Here, let me switch to see so I can actually see it.
Okay.
So it says, come home.
And then you put the date.
It's very tiny. It's only like, well, compared to my face.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's better.
So then I put the date and the thing. So you can't really see the white. Like there's a white heart up here.
That's nice.
I did it in an evening.
Oh, really?
Yeah. You can't really see the legs of the shoe.
Perfect.
So I just have it all folded up because.
Did you stitch that in hand or did you put it in a very small hoop?
I put it in a Q-snap, but you know what? Lamb's wool is thick enough that I could have held it. Find that my stitches lay a little nicer when it's really taut.
Yeah.
It's for those that like stitching in hand, it's stiff enough that I can have no problem. So I don't know how I'll finish. I'll probably finish it into a little pillow.
Ouch.
So I stitched it in a night. Come home. I thought that was appropriate.
Yeah.
Everybody needs to come home. So that is my one finish. Only have
nice. All right, now are you
very much to the stitcher who brought that. I really enjoyed it.
In the past, you've done a lot of stitching for Tiny Modernist.
Yeah.
Have you been doing any Are you doing any models right now for her?
I am working on a Christmas one for her. I need to get back to it. When I show you my whip, I should go back to it now. It's a Christmas one. I'm really enjoying it. And she just released, did you see I think I only saw it on Facebook. I didn't see it on Instagram, but she released her preview of her Halloween.
No, I didn't see that.
Yeah, I don't think she did it on Instagram. Either that or I just missed it. But on Facebook, on the Facebook group, that if you stitch her pieces, definitely join that group if you're on Facebook. It's really nice. And I didn't stitch it this year, so it's going to be a surprise to me of what it looks like.
Do you know what the, is it a Sal?
It'll be a Sal. I believe the border may be out now. And I think
you know what that Facebook group is called in case anybody's interested?
I can put it down in the Dropbox below.
Sure.
And I'll definitely put it down below. I think something tells me June, the first part. June, July, August, September, October. That means there would be 5 parts. So maybe June or July, I think would be the next one.
Okay.
So to answer your question, yes, I am working on something for her Christmas.
Okay.
It's really cute. And then I gave her back one, a 4-part thing that I think it's going to be released all as one. That should be coming out maybe soon. Who knows? Not much I can do on that front. But I really enjoy stitching her pieces.
So do you have any whips right now that are your own projects?
I do, actually.
So let's see.
All right. Where's my pattern? Where's my pattern? Okay, so I have my drink on the ground. My smoothie.
That's very dangerous. That's like big time hazard.
Well, no pets are around me right now. The dog's crying by the door and the cat's sleeping. Oops, wrong one. I have it open.
Oh, right. I got a glimpse of what it is.
So this is the Cricut collection.
Yep.
And here's all of them. What's it called?
Yeah.
I'm doing Summer at the Lake Cricut collection. And I'm doing the top one.
Yeah. So you're doing all of them in a row.
All of them in a row. It's called Well Suited, which is cute. But the thing is, it calls all for DMC, as Cricut collection usually does.
Okay.
I had, honestly, maybe 2 of the colors. If all this DMC.
I know. I always think I have everything I need. It's like, oh, I need 6 DMC.
Right.
Like, what?
Exactly. And I'm not going to go to the store because we're only leaving for groceries. So I'm like,
you know what I've been doing is I've been pulling out my DMC book with all of the DMC and the color swatch. Now, I don't have a real one. I have like a digital version of it.
The photo one, yeah.
Yeah. And I've honestly been just using something else.
Well, all I did was I took a look at the cover.
Yeah.
I picked my own.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking I've got everything but, so I just picked my own. And I'm really liking it. The only ones, and I'll show you, the only ones I really went out of the box is this bathing suit.
Oh, is that the one that looks like fried eggs?
This one I thought looked like eggs.
I didn't think that until you mentioned it, and then you showed me it in a Zoom video, and I'm like,
I just took it out of the Q-snap, so it's all wrinkly.
Oh my gosh. So if I had to pick a bathing suit, I wouldn't be going with the fried egg bathing suit.
Does it look like eggs?
Kind of. I might go with the sailor, the full coverage, especially with my COVID body.
Oh yeah, we're all working on our COVID body. I'm working on this one here.
Well, I'm not working on it. It's just happening.
Yeah, I know. I'm not
trying to make it a COVID body. It's just.
Yeah, I never even told you. I had to stop. I'm doing my my 90 days of healthy eating again, the program I was doing. So Kim from Crafty Kim made a good suggestion, because I don't know if it's so light, but you could see that it's 2 colors.
Yeah.
The flowers in the flowers. And when I was picking my colors, it was really late at night. I'm like, oh, I'll just use one. I don't need to use the outline of the orange. So I might take another color, maybe the blue or the green, and I'll do the outline around.
Yeah.
And then give it some backstitch.
Well, she suggested that you put an X in the middle.
No. She said, I thought she said backstitch where the other color was. Why would you put an X in the middle of your egg?
Well, I don't know. It's supposed to be a flower, not an egg.
So yeah, this baby was full coverage, man.
It's so funny you said that you're doing 90 days of healthy eating. I feel like I'm doing 90 days of comfort eating.
Oh, in Canada, it's a Canadian company, Epicure. Look it up if anyone's interested. It's really good. And it's in the States now too. And it's like, it's a free 90-day thing. And it's meal solutions and like spices and stuff like that. I like this one. I like this one, like, she's busty.
Yeah.
So they're bigger. And this is on a 32 count vintage pearled barley.
Oh, nice.
This is what I believe you and Mom did, the Kitten Stitcher. The what was that holiday one? The Christmas Town?
Yeah.
I may have borrowed the fabric that I had to do that.
Oh, okay.
With this one. So, yeah, see, it's very, I don't know how good that's showing up, but I got the fourth baby.
You got the fourth one started. So how many are there? Are there 6?
Yes.
Okay. And just going back to what you said about how you mentioned Kitten Stitcher, she just got a video posted. And if you haven't watched her video, you should go and watch it, everybody, because I love sitting down and watching Kitten Stitcher. I want to be her friend. Like, I think we would be friends.
I think every stitcher.
I like stitching. I like cats. I like shopping.
Mm-hmm.
And I'd love to go to Hattiesburg.
Where is that? Is that what state is that in?
I don't know. Well, it doesn't matter because we can't even travel.
People that know that, they're screaming. That's true. Yeah, our borders are closed.
I feel it.
We're not going anywhere.
No.
You know what? On a positive note, today, I don't know if you heard, in Canada, we had in Ontario, excuse me, we had the lowest amount of new cases in 2 days.
Well, that's really good.
Days, no, I misspoke. The last 2 days have been low numbers of new cases. And I think it was today or yesterday, obviously, today's not over. It was the lowest since the 31st of March. Because we're in southwestern Ontario, and Ontario and Quebec are the hardest hits in Canada.
Yeah.
Which makes sense because we got all the different borders. We got one of the major airports.
Yeah, we have.
Ontario does.
Not only us, but a lot of people have events planned that we're not really sure. They're kind of all up in the air. We haven't even talked about it.
Yeah, so 2 weddings. Yeah, we have 2. I had 2 weddings that got postponed, one of which is our brother's. That got postponed. I have another family wedding on the other side.
No, but I'm talking about, we haven't mentioned our stitching events that we've signed up for because
we just don't know.
Well, we haven't made a video in so long. So Allison and I, you went to the New Jersey Flosstube retreat last year. Mm-hmm. And so because I had the baby, I didn't go, and we all know this, right? So I was like, okay.
It's going to be your year.
This was supposed to be my year. Okay, this was supposed to be my year. And my husband said, don't worry, you're going to go next year, and all you guys were there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You had major FOMO. I felt bad. Like, I was trying not to, message. Like, when I was asking, do you need anything from needle workers? I was like.
I know. That's okay.
We're okay with it at the end.
So if you haven't met us before, you haven't seen our videos before, I had a baby last year, and Allison went to the Flosstube New Jersey retreat by herself last year. The year before, we went together, and it was like amazing. Our trip together, that was amazing.
Yeah, you go watch that video. We lost our minds. We made I
had plans for 2020 to lose my mind again.
Yes, you did.
But 2020 is not really being nice.
We don't know. It's scheduled to be in August. So it's just too early to tell. And then we never mentioned this in our last video, but we are also scheduled to be going to Stitch North, which is being held by Caroline off the Grid Needle Arts.
Yeah.
And Needle Arts, right?
I'm really excited for that retreat as well.
That's at end of September. So again, no. How that's going to be. It all depends on rules and lots of things. So fingers crossed. We don't know.
Yeah, and we had our Hamilton Stitch-In retreat, which happens.
Just a local to us.
Which is a local one, and it happens every couple of months.
Yeah.
And that was canceled.
That's right.
Recently. So.
Is that supposed to be? Was it supposed to be sometime in March? End of March? March? I don't know.
I can't remember. I think March, maybe. I think. Tried to block it out because I was so disappointed that it didn't happen. Yeah, March. So I like doing these videos on Zoom, and I like doing social visits on Zoom or Facebook. What's it called? Help me out here. Where you talk?
FaceTime?
FaceTime.
Who's been FaceTiming?
It's not the same. Like, it's not the same for me to do that.
I think it's
I like to look next to the person that's sitting with me and see what they're stitching.
Yeah.
I like that more.
Be in the room.
It's kind of a tease to be online.
Yeah. I mean, we do our part, and slowly things are lifting here in Ontario. We just have to be careful. We have to be slow and see how it is. So the other retreats, if these don't happen, it's a shame when life has to go on hold. But you know what? That we got.
It hasn't really stopped my spending. I've been buying lots of things. I have a big package.
Is it just me, or it just got really dark here all of a sudden?
No, it's just you.
Is it supposed to rain? No, my video got darker too.
Oh.
The sun went away. Is it supposed to rain today? Is it supposed to rain today? Oh, that helped a little bit, maybe. Thank you. Might just turn on the light.
I forgot what I was gonna say.
What were we talking about?
Okay, who cares what we're talking about?
I'm doing a video. My sister.
Okay, who cares what we're talking about? Let's just show them what I'm stitching. So
we're at 49 minutes already.
I know. Okay, so this is what I'm stitching. It's a big piece, and I'm stitching that one. It's hard to see. And it's a Jardin Privé piece, and it's in French, but I call it my sheep pattern, but this is what it's really called. So.
History of the sheep, maybe?
Yeah, maybe. They're so cute. I'm doing it on 32 count dark cobblestone Lugana. And this is my piece. And that's the chart that I just showed you. So that's the alphabet there. Mm-hmm. And then this, which I think I showed it before. I did. And I've kind of committed because I put 2020, so I got to do it. So that's what I'm working on. That's what I did this morning. I was working on that.
You stitched this morning? Wow.
Yeah.
Good for you.
Well, yeah, I've been up since 8 a.m., which is pretty good. That's like sleeping in for me.
See, it's the weekend, so I slept in, not as much as I did yesterday. I slept most of the day away yesterday.
Are you stitching anything else?
No. I finished my the one bathing suit last night, the third bathing suit last night, started on the second one. I really need to go back to my model.
I've pulled a basket of, I'm not doing Stitch Mania this year.
That's right.
People flip-flopping back and forth.
Yeah.
And I pulled, not that I don't have stuff that I could stitch for Stitch Mania, but just with all the renovations and getting settled and whatnot, I decided this year I was opting to not participate. I love seeing all the Instagram posts on it, though. Now my wish list is getting longer, my shopping list. But I did pull my whip basket, or not my whip basket, my kitted up project basket of things that could start tomorrow. And I kind of thought
let's see some of that. Absolutely.
Well, how many minutes are we at?
We're at 51.
It's getting kind of long.
Maybe should we stop? I also had a stitchy gift I wanted to show, but you know what? Now that we're doing the Zoom, it's so much easier. So because we don't have to like pack everything up and go to the other person's house. Should we maybe just leave it, and then that'll give us content for our next video? Because I don't know how much stitching that I'll be able to show that I'll have. So
how about I just show
one? Yeah, show one. I really want to see.
Show one?
Show your favorite.
You can't tease them. That's terrible. That's terrible.
If you had to choose one to start today, which, if you like, which is speaking to you, which is calling?
Oh, if I had to just choose one, oh, stop! That's just such. I'm looking. I can't just. They're like children. I can't just choose one.
That is true.
But it is Mother's Day, so today's the day to be selfish. So if I had to pick one,
today is your day.
Today's my day. And they've made me feel so special today. Okay, this is...
What did they do for you?
I'll tell you later. Okay. You're getting off topic here. I'm trying to stay on, keep you on track. Okay, if I had to start one today, I know it's really hard to choose, but this is one I would start.
You only have two hands. You can only start one thing at a time.
Oh my gosh, what is this? Oh, Exemplars from the Heart. And since I've been drinking so much wine.
Here, let me go full screen so people can see.
Look. And so I've been really enjoying a nice glass of wine on the regular. And so this is what I would start. And so it's a house. And look at the wine. Can you guys see that? It's like the grapes. And the last time I went to my needle workshop, which is about an hour away.
Who is that by? Sorry, who is that by? It looks familiar.
By Exemplars of the Heart.
Oh, excuse me. Yes. Okay. And
sorry, the house is called, or the chart is called the Greenhouse Sampler.
Greenhouse.
And, yeah, and I got this chart off the freebie table back when I actually went to the New Jersey retreat.
No way.
Yeah.
Thank you to that stitcher for passing.
Yeah. And I went to Staples, and the pattern's long, and I went to Staples, and I got a long printout instead of trying to piece
working
it together.
Copy?
Yeah. And
How big is it? What's the stitch count? What?
I'm just showing you what I have up here, okay?
Okay.
Okay, this is what I'm stitching.
You do you. No, I meant, is it like 800 stitches by 50? That's what I meant by stitch count. How big is the piece?
I'll get to that information in a minute. Okay, so I'm doing it on 36 count Edinburgh linen.
I like that color. Oh, that's
yeah. It's kind of similar actually to the color that I'm stitching the drawn thread pieces on, but it's a little darker. And oh, my threads. Oh, the threads. Oh, the threads are so amazing.
The called for?
Yeah. And I'll just show you some of them, but look. Oh, black.
So we can get a feel of the palette.
Oh. Look. And I like this color. This is called celery.
Oh, yes.
So you wanted to know what the stitch count was. That's a very good question. I forget. I haven't seen it in a while. Okay. Oh, the chart is like small. I need to get my glasses out, which I don't have because the optometrist is closed. Okay, stitch count is 133 by 138. So it's a good size.
Medium. It's not small. It's not a bad.
But if I had to just pick one on Mother's Day, that's what I would pick. And maybe I should
That
start.
Is really nice. Why not? Why not? You've been really good with your sheeps.
Yeah, I think I'm going to leave this out. And the next time I do a video with you, I'm going to show everybody and I'll have some, not only have drinking some more wine, but I will also have some grapes stitched. Maybe I'll start on the edge and work my way down with the wine.
You have a lot of good projects then, and you tend to kit things up. And I remember, I've said this before, and I remember when we went to the first retreat, because we stopped at so many places.
Royal purple.
And you were always like kitting up these projects you were buying. And I'm thinking, well, that's ridiculous. If you're not ready to start them, why kit them up? Now who's laughing?
Well, it is kind of ridiculous because...
But now who's laughing? Now you've got all these projects that are partially kit up or not kit up, or fully kitted up rather. I have nothing. And and we're in the middle of a quarantine.
Right.
I'm jelly, I guess, is what I'm trying to say.
You're jealous?
You have a lot.
You should be. I got amazing stuff.
You've got a lot of good projects. Remember your by the bay with the big giant strawberries hanging on the trees?
Oh, yes.
Isn't that a nice summer project? Do you have the strawberries and the blackberries? Wasn't there a few patterns that had the trees?
Yes.
Just that really.
So it's in the basket that's right up there. Those are all my charts, which I have to say I'm really disappointed in myself because there should be way more charts in there.
Well, you did miss out on 1 year of the retreat, so.
Right. Anyways.
Show one more.
Okay.
We're at 58 minutes. Show one more.
One more?
One more.
Do I have to start a second one today?
Yes. Or if you had 4 hands.
Oh, if I had 4 hands, I would get so much done. I would drink more though, probably. Okay. Oh, I can't believe you're doing this to me. I get to start one more?
Yes, I've given you permission to start one more.
Oh, I think, I can't even make decisions, let alone on live in front of like lots of people that watch us. If I had to start one more, it's kind of a toss up between 2. Okay, let me see.
Gut instinct. Gut instinct.
Gut instinct? Okay, my gut instinct is this one. I would start this. Barbara Anna Designs, The Witch, the Crow, and the Pumpkin.
Oh, look at those penny rounds.
No, this is terrible. You can't even. There. That's what I would start. She's just so cute. I love it. Look, she's on like a bird, and she's just like, take me away. And look at the town. It's like so small compared to
I never even noticed. Now, would you do the penny rounds? Is that what they're called?
I don't know.
Mom knows what they are.
I don't know if I would do the penny rounds or not. I can't commit to that, but I can commit to the stitching because I have all the DMC. Imagine that. I actually have the call for DMC.
It reminds me of the Prairie Schooler, the Prairie Fairy.
I don't have fabric, but you know I have fabric. So I have fabric. Ooh, wouldn't that be nice on like a really cool colored fabric? Do you want to see? Well, the colors are boring. I won't show them.
Okay.
The colors are lacking.
They're not boring. They're just simple.
No, they're boring. But you know what? You can always spruce it up by a nice flashy piece of fabric.
You can zhuzh it up.
You can zhuzh it up. Add a little Krennic in there.
Okay, this is fun. Show us the tie. What was the tiebreaker with that one?
A tiebreaker?
That's right. That was the tiebreaker. What was the other one that you were debating?
Now I feel like it doesn't live up to it. Okay, I'll show you the tiebreaker.
What was the other one?
The tiebreaker is a Bent Creek photo booth Easter surprise. And I gotta take this out of plastic because
let me go full screen so people can get the full effect.
But this is why this appeals to my sense of humor. Okay, so these photo booth charts are so cute, and I love me some spring charts. So here he's gonna do a little magic trick, and he's reaching into his hat. Which I don't really like the hat, but I like the concept. And then here he pulls out a little rabbit, and you see his little smirky on his face there. He pulls out a little rabbit, and then he's like, wait a minute, what's that? And then the rabbit's like, oh yeah, what is that? And then out comes the real trick. A little baby chick with ears tied on.
I like the story, the narrative that went with it.
It's really cute. Like he's got his ears tied on with a little DMC 310 little stringy there.
Wow. That's funny.
And I love that the rabbit is pulling out a rabbit out of a hat. Like, okay, maybe it's not as funny when you say it.
I thought it was cute. I liked it. Do you have any other the photo booths? I know Pam from Just Keep Stitching. I think she was collecting them. Or Steph.
That's all I have. But I would love to stash up some more. This is a chart that I had spent a ton of money and bought a bunch of stuff at a needle workshop, and then on my way out, I was like thinking about it. I think you were buying your stuff, and I was like, oh, I need it. This one.
No, which shop?
Gita's in Port Credit.
Oh.
And I kitted it up.
I didn't even know you bought it.
Fully.
Where was I? I was too concentrating on my own purchases.
That's the chart. And it came with linen, so I'm not really sure actually. Like it came with it. It came with it, which I love a good kit. Like with the linen, like it's so easy to start it. I should have done Stitch Mania. Oh, and then I kitted up. We don't need to go through it, but I kitted up like all my own. I have so many threads. So I kitted up all my own threads, and this little itty bitty chart gets a whole stack of threads.
Wow.
Yes, I mean business with this one.
Yeah, and they're small.
So
you've got lots of options. You're good for the next couple months if this continues.
I got lots of options. But sometimes you're not into it, like you just asked me, what would you have to do if you had to do one right now? And okay, yeah, I can make a decision eventually, but sometimes like I feel a different way another day.
Yeah, and some days you just need a good trip to the LNS.
What about you? You're not in your craft room.
I'm not in my craft room.
But we can discuss if you had to go right now and pick a chart, but don't do it. What would you pick?
I don't know. I've got a few of the Disney Dream kits that I would love to do.
Yeah, you could do that.
Castle. That's kit. That's all.
But let's talk practical. Like, do you have any
practical
piece? Well, that's a huge piece, and like
they're maps. Yeah. Yeah, they're maps. I don't know. The problem is I don't have things kitted up.
That's okay. You can kit them up. You've got stuff. You've got fabric. You've got thread.
No, I feel like I don't have either of those.
That's not true.
I need to join a Fabric of the Month club.
Why don't you do...
That's what I need to do.
You could work on your laundry room piece.
That was supposed to be a surprise.
Well, we don't... Okay, forget it. You could do that. Or you could stitch something for me.
I actually did pull something out the other day.
For me?
Yes, I did. Well, I shouldn't have said that now.
Get stitching. You could stitch something for me. Or you could stitch something for one of the retreats that we're going to go to for the Smells Exchange. Or you could pull out your magazine and stitch a magazine or something.
I did pull out. Yeah.
Stitch something for... Do you have a spring piece that you could stitch? Because
I thought I had a shepherd's bush spring piece. I know I do, and I couldn't find it. I did get a Stitchy Kindness gift from our friend because I was lamenting to her that I didn't have any spring pieces. So this is a Lizzie.
I can't see it at all. This is not a good view.
What do you mean you can't see it?
I can't see it at all. I see Lizzie Kate, but I see nothing. What is that? I can't see it.
What do you mean you can't see it?
I can't really tell what it is. I can't see properly. I'm panicking.
It's a bunny.
Oh, okay, I see the white. Yeah, and the chick with an umbrella.
Yeah.
And is he in an Easter basket?
Yes.
Start that.
And
that
it's
is so cute.
Spring. Yes, but this one is a waxing moon that she also gave me, and I like this bunny. Is it spring yet?
I can't see it at all.
Oh my goodness! What do you mean?
This is such a tease. Okay, I see. Explain it to me.
It's a bunny that says, "Is it spring yet?"
Oh, okay, and the bunny's like a yellow color.
He's like, this one's yellow. This one's a duck.
You should stitch it, but say, "Is it over yet?"
Is it?
You can do that.
And then this one's spring. Gotta love it.
Oh, that's really nice.
So,
stitch one of those.
I know.
Or the Lizzie Kate, stitch that.
I know. But we're at an hour and 6 minutes.
Stitch something. Okay, well let's
wrap her up.
Let's say goodbye.
Yeah, so I'll get this posted and look at us doing 2 videos in less than.
I know. I hope everybody is having a wonderful Mother's Day and a wonderful Sunday. And I hope maybe somewhere in the world you're having some nicer weather than we are.
Yep.
And I hope that you can find a few minutes for yourself today to enjoy your stash, your stitching, and maybe start something new. Or if you're not participating in Stitch Mania, pull out something that's older that maybe needs a little bit of stitchy love. And we'll see you all next time.
Very well said. Okay, happy stitching.
Bye.
Now I'm stopping it.